After roughly 30 years of planning and building, the extension to the San Diego Trolley Blue Line was finally completed and opened to the public on the Sunday before the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. To celebrate its inauguration, all trolley lines were free that day, while MTS, the Metropolitan Transit System, hosted a grand opening with regional planning and research agency SANDAG. They were joined by many distinguished guests, including the Consul General of Mexico in San Diego, Carlos González Gutiérrez.
Mexico to represent the hundreds of thousands of Mexicans who live on both sides of the border who will benefit from the Blue Line.
The long-awaited route now connects the UCSD and La Jolla communities directly with San Ysidro. The full ride takes just under an hour and a half, passing by newly created access to Mission Bay, connecting all three major universities with City College campus, while winding through downtown.
Next station, Barrio Logan.
Hugging Interstate 5 through the South Bay, and finally arriving at the southernmost station situated at the U.S. Mexico port of entry. How much this 20% increase of trolley tracks will change community travel patterns is still unknown. But what is clear is that public transit connects more than just local commuters to job sites. It connects people in a city past and present.
We just finished the very first ride on the Mid-Coast extension of the UC San Diego Blue Line, and we're doing it to remember late MTS CEO and San Diego's transit champion, Paul Jablonski. This Mid-Coast extension of the UC San Diego Blue Line was part of his vision for transforming transit in the San Diego area. We're very grateful for his leadership over the decades at MTS, and sad that he couldn't be here with us today.
Well, it's almost lifelong San Diego, and I just love to go to things when they're kind of new and beginning. And my father passed away actually earlier this year, and in some strange way this kind of honors him because he came here as a young recruit in the Navy in 1944. I think he probably rode one of the trolley lines back then before they were done with those. But so I'm thinking 77 years later, I would have loved to have been making this trip with him, but certainly in his honor.
Or serendipitously, like how UCSD student and transit enthusiast Nathaniel MACKLER met YouTuber John Wallace, first online and then by chance in person. John came all the way from Nebraska for opening day.
And how did you get in communication with John here?
Well, YouTube pushed his channel on me and I recommended it and made some really interesting videos about high-speed rail and the Caltrain modernization program up in the Bay. So I subscribed to him on Patreon to, get a look at those videos.
So you guys communicated and set it up a route together today?
No, this was kismet. Yeah.
Total random?
Yeah.
Wow! Okay.
I've heard of this line, but I honestly couldn't follow San Diego much because I've only been here a couple of times. But no, this is a very huge addition to the system, and it's very good.
So how do you keep tapped into what's happening in local transit?
There's a few national publications like Railway Gazette, or it's international, but Progressive Railroading, and then local media is where you got to get a lot of the nitty-gritty details. So I'm definitely an advocate for smaller independent journalism.
And those nitty-gritty details will surface as the Blue Line takes its place in the cityscape, and commuters get a chance to try out the new connections in practice. Meanwhile, the completion of this $2.2 billion infrastructural investment is to be celebrated. This is Philip Salata with City Times Media, San Diego.